with a round of applause.
Honorable Minister Sridhar Babu Garu, Honorable Minister Nadendra Manohar Garu, Honorable Minister T.G. Bharat Garu. So, just want to share a brief journey of us as a company. I think majority in the industry who know me in the last 5 years, they see me as a film producer, but fortunately or unfortunately, I started that profession as a hobby and a passion, but it became sizable and more visible. But not before, like even today, my core is running the tech business. So do we have a deck? Okay. So this is about our journey. So I started People Tech as a technology services company. Maybe initially focused completely on enterprise application services. So based out of Seattle and primarily focused into the Northwest market based out of Seattle. And as Seattle is a hub for the core product companies, Microsoft and Amazon. So we started our journey in augmenting some of the product engineering services. Then continued our journey into the cloud transformation, data transformation, played a reasonable role in the digital transformation. And during our early days, as we built a lot of user experience expertise, which was a unique skill that we possessed at that time, both in doing an application development or a product engineering with UX, we got an opportunity in General Motors to do their initial HMI user experience. While we worked on the digital transformation, we also got an opportunity to work inside GM to scale up from just designing the user experience all the way to the embedded space, and worked on maybe about 65 to 80 different displays with various computing hardware, and to the journey of a software-defined vehicle. So sometime in 2019, we looked at what can we do beyond doing an SDV. So we were at this point where we are delivering about 8 million vehicles. What are the software we do into the global market every year? So to scale up, we thought we should go work more like a tier one. Then I explored the journey of like, hey, can I try how to get into Maruti? So we initiated some early conversation with Maruti Suzuki, and they said, hey, unless you come with the entire software, like we don't look into the PowerPoint deck, or unless we see it visually how it works, we cannot entertain a conversation. And I cannot show what I do in General Motors because of the NDAs what we have, and those displays were not in the market. They're expected to come in 2022 or 23. So then we started buying a vehicle of Maruti, bought a custom display, and tried to explore. Only 30% works because again, going a little more technically, the messages what we work in GM is not the same in Maruti. So it's a long journey to work. Then came the idea, hey, how about being an OEM myself initially to build this. And then came the idea of building a bike, because that's an easy entry to build a bike. And we started building an end-to-end digital cluster, and work with what are the advanced silicon that is available. So we started the partnership with MediaTek, which was easy access to us. Qualcomm was a little not so easy at that time. So we eventually cracked the partnership with Qualcomm and started our journey with the bike. And then the COVID came, and then we built a digital cluster. We partnered with various OEMs to deliver. We worked with Ola, we worked with Jindal, they had a big plans. We worked with Geo, then we eventually worked with Matter, and then the doors got opened with the Volkswagen family. We worked with Mobis, so several OEMs. And we also started our journey of, hey, how do we build a end-to-end solution? And that's when we got a idea of building a mobility valley. So today I'm not going into Mobility Valley, but we are only talking about our service. We call it as a mobility as a subscription service. So in this MaaS, we talk about the rides, we talk about the mobility apps, and we talk about the ecosystem. And most important is we have indigenous design which has very depth into edge computing. We have deep expertise on the cloud and data, which is the most critical for the edge part of it. We built a battery management system from scratch. So I can proudly say we are one of the few companies can work from a chip design all the way to data on cloud. So like we started with apps, data cloud, and parallelly we built this other expertise in the embedded space. And we are one of the companies who work with the primary silicon computing to work on their future chipsets, bringing an optimized OS and build the solution. So, and now with that expertise, we are doing this mobility as a subscription service. And next slide. So again, as I said, the mobility as a subscription service is rides, apps, and the ecosystem. And these are some of the silent features of this MaaS, which our product team will explain more detail about what we are going to launch. And we are hopeful this service will be successful and create a significant employment, and we can see that in the impact that we could create in one of our last videos. And I want to thank all our team who made us do this and made it possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vishwagaru. What a vision. I must say it's very applaudable for getting that vision and also